Hey, what's going on there, YouTube? So, in today's video, this is going to be a part 2 to the Death Stang series. If you notice, it's really hella loud. It's because it's hella windy today. Don't know why it's really windy today. Probably because we had a bunch of pressure buildup from the fogs that we've been having, I take it. The reason why I'm making this video is I need to assess if there's any additional damage that's underneath the bumper of the car. So I'm going to be doing a little bit of a time-lapse video of me just pulling off the bumper. It's super easy to do. I've done it a million times. And just making sure that that core support or anything else isn't damaged or something that I'm going to need to have to take from pick apart when I go to pick apart to grab a new bumper and a new fender. So a bit of an update. I've already bought all the prep shit that I'm going to need for the car other than the paint and the acetone. I did get my new headlights. They came in today, and I also got my sequential tail light kit, so that'll be really cool to put on the tail lights of this Mustang and be able to see them do the sequential load like you see on a lot of the newer Edge Mustangs, like the S197s. Well, the newer ones in anyway, not the 05 to 09 eras, unless you buy a kit like I did. So yeah, we're just going to pull off the front bumper, see if there's any additional damage to it. I also think I'm going to do some slight picking off of the car in terms of getting it ready for prepping. Like, I'm probably going to start taking off the emblems off the car. I'm going to have to be really, really careful with the ones on the fenders, only because they're super glued on there, and I do not want to break those emblems because they're custom made. Otherwise, it looks like I'm going to have to find somebody to make them for me, or I can see if I can make them myself. Before we get into this, one last thing. If you guys didn't already know, I did make a GoFundMe for this car. It's completely optional. I'm not asking for you to donate money if you don't want to. It's completely up to your choice. Any bit of money helps. I think the only minimum that I can do, or you guys can do for me, is like $5. But again, I'm not asking for you to do it. I'm still going to be doing these videos, and it's still going to be coming out of my pocket regardless. But if you want to be a good Samaritan, you know, and help me out, because I don't have much money, you can go ahead and do that. Link is in the description below to the GoFundMe. Yeah, any little bit helps, guys. It goes a long ways, but it will be put towards this car. My goal is just to raise $300 to cover the cost of the car. But yeah, I'm still going to be doing the videos. I'm going to be doing the prep work, the time-lapse videos like I'm going to be doing today, and just checking to see if there's any damage today on the car. So anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get right into this. Try to film from just my garage here because the wind is super bad today. So what we're checking for is if there's any additional damage. We're checking the bumper core support and anything else on the driver's left-hand side. If there's anything broken in terms of hoses, I want to make sure that my windshield washer fluid reservoir is not cracked or busted. So I'm going to have to check that. However, I don't think I'm going to be able to check that too accurately unless I take off that fender, which I'm not going to be doing today. So hopefully that's not the case, but I don't think it is. And yeah, the only thing that's really holding on this bumper, it's really super fucking easy on these SN95s, is there's two nuts on the back of each side of the bumper that you basically just have to unscrew. I think it's like a 10mm nut. And then there's some hardware that holds on to the wheel well, and that's really all there is to it in terms of the bumper. It's super easy to take off. When I initially, about 4 or 5 months ago, I actually took this front bumper off to repaint it. I thought I did a really fucking terrific job until this bitch fucking ruined it. What I did initially is I took this bumper off and I literally sanded it down, wet sanded it down to like almost 3000 grit where there was no paint chips at all in it, and I literally just used a rattle can job. I used Rust-Oleum, satin black, it may have been Canyon black spray paint. I used like 2 or 4 cans of it. Looked fucking terrific once I was done with it. So a rattle can job, you can actually paint your car with a rattle can. It's just you got to be really, really good at your body work and your prep work. Well, just prep work in general. And you know, you can make it look pretty good. You know, just make sure you're not painting on a windy day like this, because this would be obviously a terrible day to paint. But yeah, let's go ahead and get right into this, guys. I'm going to be doing a little time-lapse video of me just pulling the hardware off and pulling the bumper off. Let's get right into this. Okay, hopefully the wind isn't gonna ear rape the hell out of you guys, or basically drown out my voice here. I'm gonna try my best to block it out. But so as I feared, there is additional damage to the car, so I'm glad I took the extra time to pull off the bumper. So the bumper core support, which is this thing right here that I'm pointing my finger at here, is bent more inward. It is pretty damaged. The driver's side is bent inward more on the support is more bent inward on the driver's side. If I actually come at the car at an angle right here, you can definitely see that the bumper support is more pushed inward, because that's where the damage had actually taken place. So new bumper core support is definitely needed. I'm hoping these columns that it hangs on aren't too badly damaged that I won't have to get new ones, because these are actually, I believe, welded. So this is what it sits on, and I believe these are actually welded to the car. I may be able to just bash the hell out of this thing and bend it back into shape, I'm hoping, because I'm no professional when it comes to welding, unless this is a separate piece. I'm not entirely sure, but either which way, I should be able to bend that back into shape. That shouldn't be a problem, but this support right here is definitely going to need to be replaced, so I'm going to keep a note on that. The other thing that is going to need replacing, as you saw me give a thumbs down and you saw me pull out a piece of plastic, is this whole headlight fixture is toast. It is completely just falling apart. You can see right here it's missing some. It's missing some under this part. So we're definitely going to need a new headlight housing, and you know what's going to fucking suck is so these headlights, they actually come in a two-piece design from the factory, where the headlight and the actual turn signal are actually two separate pieces on the SN95 of this year. I think they're like that too on the 99 to 04, but I can't remember. But what I had to do to the headlight housing to get these to fit properly is, they don't tell you this when you purchase these types of headlights, but up in here, right where my index finger is pointing right here, I actually had to saw off or saw away at the plastic on the housing to basically get that turn signal bulb, all the lighting and shit for it to actually fit through that little hole, because initially it used to be that it was just a tiny little hole up in here, but you can't get the bulb through there with these single piece headlights. And you know, American Muscle doesn't tell you this shit, neither does the eBay ones, because the American Muscle version of these headlights and the eBay ones are exactly the same. If you can save yourself the extra money and you like these taillights, go ahead and get them off eBay. They're the same Chinese junk. I say that even though I love these headlights, but anyways, I'll get into that in another video. But yeah, you want to make sure that you cut away, or get like a saw, some kind of saw, and basically cut away at the plastic back here so you can fit those through there. My uncle's not going to be too happy with me on that one, because he was the one that actually helped me with that, because I don't have the tools for that, and you may have to do it again for me. But yeah, so we're going to need a new headlight housing, a new bumper core support, new bumper, and new driver's side left fender. So yeah, I'm easily looking at least $150 said and done probably for this, unless Pick Apart has some kind of amazing deal where I can get fucking all this for like under 100, maybe like 80 bucks. That'd be fucking sweet, wouldn't it? So yeah, I'm probably going to be going to Pick Apart maybe Saturday, and I'm going to be getting all the parts that I need for it. I actually found a kick-ass hood that just came into the junkyard today, and I actually may purchase that myself to replace this hood, considering I'm going to be doing all the body work and all the sanding on this car again. You know, you may as well fucking, if it's a cosmetic thing you like, you know, may as well put it on the car and paint it. Anyways guys, so that's the video for today. Let me get out of the way of the wind so you can probably hear me a little bit better. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video, I guess. Peace out.